Hey, aloha everybody. Eric West here with hawaiirealestate.org. If you're new to the channel, I'm all about teaching you everything you need to know about Hawaii and its real estate, but you just can't find in the listing. And today I'm excited to shoot from one of my absolute favorite locations in all of Maui, Kapalua, and I'm here at Pineapple Hill. And I've got a few clients that are actually considering this neighborhood right now, so I thought what a perfect time to show some clips of the area. And it's just one of those classic Kapalua mornings where we're starting to get a few sprinkles. And I'm actually inside Pineapple Estates right now, which is the second subdivision, phase 2, if you will. Pineapple Hill is the main first originally developed subdivision with 99 home sites, and I'm right now in Pineapple Hill Estates, which has 31 home sites. But I'm going to explain all that, but let's just drive around a little bit, and I'm going to bust out the one wheel here, and hopefully I don't get in too much trouble. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited to show you around this neighborhood a little bit. It's been on my list of properties to share, and I believe it's going to be a good little tour. So with the impending rain, hopefully it won't be too bad. We won't get too much, it'll just be the perfect amount of morning cool off. So there's two entrances to this property. The first is right off of the highway, which brings you right into basically the dividing line between Kapalua Pineapple Hill Estates and phase 1 Pineapple Hill, and I'm coming right up to that entrance right now. And the nice thing about it is it gives you two different ways into the property. You're not forced to go all the way up to Office Road. But here I'm going to get up to this gate here. By the way, I've got a windsock on today. Hopefully that helps a little bit. It is always a little bit breezier up in Kapalua, which is nice because it keeps things nice and cool. But here is that gate, and right there is the Honolulu Highway right there. You can see a car going by. Office Road is just that direction, which is the main entry to Kapalua. So we're going to head over first to Pineapple Hill, the original phase, if you will. The original phase consists of 99 home sites. They're all a quarter acre. If you built something, you had to choose from one of 6 different floor plans, unless you had 2 lots that were together, in which case you could build a custom home subject to the approval, of course, of the HOA Guidelines Committee. But you can see here, that was like a lot. But this just kind of gives you a feel for what this part of the neighborhood looks like. The homes are relatively close together, as you can see, but they all offer commanding views of the Pacific Ocean, and all super high-end finishes. It's a very exclusive type of community. Gated, obviously, I think I mentioned that. And we're coming up now here to the second gate, or actually I consider this more the main gate over here on the right-hand side. And this is the road that leads right down to Office Road. And this I consider more the main entry to the property, although, you know, a good portion of the people use the other gate since it's conveniently located right off the highway. Here's the manager's home and office right there. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up and down some of these streets so you get a good feel for the streetscape here. Hopefully the windsock is working well. By the way, I did give an update a couple days ago from Hawai'i of the coronavirus, and unfortunately the wind kicked in right when I was giving the update. So by now you all probably know what the update is, but unfortunately Governor Ige has extended our travel ban, if you want to call it that. I call it the travel ban, but the quarantine until July 31st, which means you can still come to Hawaii, but you have to stay in your room for 14 days. And then, of course, we won't know if they are going to let people come in without that 14-day quarantine on August 1st until we get closer to that date, because there's a chance they could extend it again, because, of course, this is our second extension that we've experienced. So definitely kind of a bummer for those wanting to come to Hawaii. And I've got clients that are thinking about moving here, wanting to buy a home or a condo, and everything is just sort of on hold right now. So anyway, here you can see some of the views that these homes enjoy. Right there is the island of Lanai, just to give you a little point of reference. And then up here around the corner is Molokai. And again, we're in the original phase 1 of Pineapple Hill, coming up here on Cook Drive. And I won't go up and down every single street, but I will make an edited video going through the entire neighborhood tours I've done in the past with other neighborhoods. Like I just put out one for the Plantation, which is sort of the competing neighborhood for Pineapple Hill Estates. However, you know, Pineapple Hill is a completely different animal. And here you can see what a lot looks like without a home built on it. This community does have a clubhouse with a pool and 2 tennis courts. I might pop in there and take a look around, but just depends how things go here. I've mentioned it before, but the one wheel, I call it the one wheel with just a golf cart with one wheel, is not always the most popular device. Although I personally am really getting into these electric vehicles, like electric bikes and scooters and one wheels, because it's just such an efficient way to travel. It's obviously very earth friendly, and it's just fun. Technology's come so far. If you have been checking in with my weekly Maui real estate watch report, check it out. It's on my blog, but every week I am posting all the price reductions that are happening on Maui right now. It's actually an Excel, excuse me, it's a Google Sheets spreadsheet that I published on my website. Here's a nice end of the road estate in there, nicely gated. You must put 2 lots together. But anyway, that report shows you not only all the price reductions that have happened in the past week, but it shows you all of the price reductions since the COVID crisis kicked in. I also have different tabs on that spreadsheet with all of the new listings to hit the market, all of the closed listings that closed that week ever since the COVID has kicked in. And then I also have 3 sheets that show the top 20 best deals. Maybe that's the only disadvantage to Hawaii, maybe, is there's always somebody blowing a blower somewhere. You just kind of, I don't know if you really get used to it, but you just close the windows, turn on the AC, and pop in your AirPods and wait for it to be over. But once again, that's a definite first world problem, right? But back to my Maui watch report. There's a top 20. So top 20 best home buys on Maui, top 20 best condo, both broken out between vacation rental and long-term. And then top best land buys. And I also have a page, all the land listings under 500K, in case you're on a little budget looking for the best deal for land. Probably coming into Kapalua Airport there. No jets though, just little prop jobs that come in. Which is nice if you ever just don't want to drive over from Kahului, you just want to take a nice little plane ride over. You're just a short 2-minute ride from your home here in Pineapple Hill, or really any other home on the west side of Maui. But it is a very nice, convenient thing to have. The last road I'm going to go down here in the first phase of Pineapple Hill is the Pacific Drive. This is where the pool and tennis courts are. I probably won't go in there just in respect of people's privacy. Could be some folks in there and don't want to upset anybody, obviously. But I will show you the road that this is on. It's at the end of this road right here, but this gives you a feel for some more of the homes. What really stands out to me about this neighborhood is it is very, very well maintained. So there's a constant crew going around clipping and buzzing and trimming and sometimes blowing, but it's just perfectly coiffed. I mean, it's just like, wow, you know, and that's kind of what you come to expect, right? But that definitely stands out. But you know, most of the high-end neighborhoods on Maui have that going for them. So there's one thing you don't sort of cheap out on here in Hawaii is landscape services, because quite frankly, this stuff grows nonstop. What you're seeing just looks like perfection, but trust me, if this was intended to for a few weeks, it would just blow up. So having these guys maintain these properties day in, day out is definitely necessary. And okay, so here's the parking area, if you will, for the pool. There's a nice entertainment center in there, or a, you know, entertaining area, if you will, with nice granite kitchen countertops, beautiful, you know, stainless steel appliances. Over here you can see your 2 tennis courts, and then right through there, actually, I can maybe go in there a little, you know, I don't want to do that. So you can see that's the entertainment area right there, then the pool, large pool is right here. But I will put that in my official property tour video when I publish that in a week or so, and you'll be able to take a look at that pool. In the meantime, you can of course always go to Google Earth, Google Maps, click on satellite, and you get a nice aerial view of that pool if you're curious at all. It's actually one of the greatest ways, I think, to shop for real estate is using Google Earth or Google Maps, the satellite view, going into Street View, as you know. Matter of fact, I remember a few years ago seeing the Google car drive around Maui, and had, you know, 360 cameras all over it, and you know, they just went up and down every single street. I remember a few times I was like throwing shakas at it, like, hey, maybe I'll be immortalized on one version of Google Maps anyway. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll head over to Pineapple Hill Estates. So the difference is that was phase 2. It was annexed in, I believe, in the early 90s to this whole community right here. And it, larger home sites, so instead of 1/4 acre, they're 1/2 acre. And the back row, you are allowed to have 25-foot ceiling heights if you're in the back row. So you can have a 2-story home with a 25-foot ceiling height, which is really, you know, which is nice. But it's got to be in the back row so you don't block anyone's view. By the way, I hope this sound or this windsock is doing its job. It's quite breezy here in Kapalua, and I know the audio can be very hard to hear if there's too much wind. So as a point of reference, we're back to the main gate, if you will, off of Office Road. And now we're going to turn onto Crestview right there, you can see that. Another thing that's nice about this area is there's a ton of hiking trails. So if you like to get up in the morning and go for a hike or a walk or a jog, or if you're a runner training for something, you know, it's really nice having access to so many hiking trails. Okay, so now I'm heading down Crestview. I'm heading sort of due south, I would guess. West Maui Mountains are there, right behind me. Beautiful cook pines. And now we'll head down into where the larger homes are and the larger lots. This is a nice top of Pineapple Hill view right here. And those hotels that you can see right there, I believe that would be the Royal Sands of Kahana. Yep. Those are Kahana condos right there. Okay, over here. And just to orientate yourself. I'm glad he saw me. So here's the gate. Once again, we're back. That comes off of the main highway. The only highway, I should say. Honopi'ilani. And now we're heading down Crestview. So some of the benefits of Kapalua Resort is that when you own a home or a condo in this area, you do have access now to all the amenities of the Kapalua Resort, which is of course tennis courts. You know, above and beyond the two here on the property, you've got the resort courts, obviously the bay course. This resort is actually located on the bay course itself. We haven't really seen it much because there's always a house in front of the view, but I'll see if I can get us down to a lot that's on the golf course. Maybe it hasn't been built on yet, but yeah, you get discounts at the bay course. There's a sort of a bus that goes around. Say you have some friends with you on vacation and maybe they didn't rent a car, or the family split up for that vacation and the kids want to go down to the beach while the mom and dad are up, you know, taking a tour of Haleakala. Now they can jump on that bus and cruise down to, say, Napili Bay, Kapalua Bay, Ironwoods. I'm going to go surf at Ironwoods. So here's one of the things I like about this portion of the neighborhood are these dead-end streets. So these little streets are dead end, so very private, right? You don't have neighbors cruising by your home. And so here's an example of a lot that hasn't been built on. It gives you a good feel and sense for the view, just all looking at it. Kind of nice sort of end of the road for this guy. Very private. Got your mailboxes right here. Kind of like how that's consolidated. Makes for a nice clean streetscape. Hope the internet connection's holding up. We've got pretty good 4G on the island, but things get a little spotty as you head up north. North being Kapalua and beyond. Same procedure here on this street. Nice little dead end. Street. There's another empty lot, and there. Now you can see the golf course there. That's the bay course right there. And it gives you a sense for what the views are like from these homes. So, sand traps, you know, golf flags, palm trees, white caps, Molokai. Here's another empty lot. Circular driveway. All right, now we'll head up this hill and conclude the tour here shortly. If you found this video helpful in any way, I'd love a thumbs up. I'd love a subscribe. You know, I'm actually getting close to my 10,000 subscribers. I think that's when they send you the YouTube below. So if you haven't subscribed yet, love to get to that 10,000. I think I need like 400 subs, but I kind of want that below, I will admit. There's a Tacoma. Everyone's got a Tacoma on Maui. Woo! All right, here we are back on Crestview. And back to where we started the tour. So with that, I'm going to conclude this neighborhood tour of Pineapple Hill. If you found it interesting, exciting, or I'd love to hear a comment, a subscription, a like, and certainly if you're ever in the market, I'm watching out for this truck coming. If you're ever in the market for a property here on Maui, anywhere in Hawaii, looking to buy or sell, I'd love to be a resource and help you. All right, until we meet again, aloha from Eric. Take care.